Welcome to Open Heart, Strong Back, AKA expanding and condensing. This week, we're going to look at how the front and back work together, equal efforts. Our muscle fibers hang out in our bodies, and as we shorten muscles, like in a bicep curl, the muscle fibers thicken. They create thick rows with each other, and they get denser and thicker, and that's why we get a bulge. And then as we expand the muscle, it's not a drop, it's not a zero effort, there's an expansion effort, and that's when the muscle cells are lining up into thin rows, and there's effort there equivalently. So let's work together with both the effort of expansion and condensing throughout our body in class to open up our chest and strengthen our back. So let's start standing. Okay, now I want to just remind us, what does a machine feel like? Just put your arms out, you're at the airport, you're getting scanned, and then you got to squeeze past somebody at Starbucks, bring your arms in. Okay, again, up back to getting scanned at the airport, and then squeeze your arms in. All right, now let's stay here for a moment, and I wonder if you could condense your belly a little bit by bending your back slightly, bending your knees slightly. So you're like standing here, just a little more condensed. Your back feels a little more expanded. Your chest fibers, you can feel those kind of gliding into each other. Then expand your arms, expand your legs, unfurl your body. How about a big inhale here? And then exhale, let's condense. Been thinking about octopi. Inhale, be an octopus. Let your tentacles expand. Let your heart lift. Let your back condense by opening the chest more. And then as you exhale, you round your chest. That's because you're condensing all those muscle fibers in your pecs, and your back gets to expand more. One more big open. And condense down. Bring the arms by your sides. A wall could be a nice assist here. I like to use the wall to help me get a sense of where my arms are, but just reach back, step forward somewhere you can still touch the wall, and you can still stand up tall. You're not in a back bend yet. All right, so you've got your fingertips on the wall. I wonder if you could condense your arm bone closer to your armpit. Think about those muscle fibers thickening in your armpit space. And then I wonder if you can feel how the front of your shoulder has expanded to accommodate that. Can you expand your chest more to condense your shoulder blades a little closer to your spine? Stay here, turn your head all the way to the right, expanding your left neck. And then turn your head all the way to the left, expanding your right neck. Back to center. Are you still condensed in your back? Can you take a tiny step forward, still reaching for the wall? The arms lift slightly. You've got to expand your sternum here. Open, open, open your chest. Condense the arm into the back, the shoulders into the spine, reaching for the wall. And then relax here. We're going to bend forward. Expand all that musculature you just condensed. Let your neck expand. Let your shoulders, your arms, and then just bring yourself onto the floor. You can just sit down. Lay down on the ground now. Okay, so these efforts today, like a trash compactor, it's a giant machine that pushes these things together. So there's a lot of effort with a little bit of actual visible movement happening. So it's all up to your squeeze, how much you want to squeeze today. If you have shoulder injuries, take it easy, okay? Just ease into this. You don't have to hit your maximum right away. We don't want you feeling like you're building any tension patterns in the shoulders. Okay, so take the legs in, curl up. And in this little ball position, we can feel our back expanded. I feel my low back a lot into my butt. getting some expansion. And then you're going to inhale, you're going to expand the front of your body all the way out into a big stretch, like that octopus move we just did. And then take your octopus tentacles back into the body as you exhale. Here's where I want your mind's eye. The front of your hip and your armpit. Can you expand the front of your hips at the same rate you're expanding your armpits? Guess what? Your palms expand too, and so do your knees and your ankles. But let's keep our mind on the front of the hip. And then we're going to come back and we're going to condense our armpit. We're going to condense the front of the hip as we curl in. Yeah, one more time. Expand out. Feel your stretchy stomach expand as your hips expand, and then exhale, condense in. Here's our baby ball shape. We hung out like this in a belly for a while. Bring your hands behind your head. Pull up on the back of your neck gently to help the back of your neck expand. Heels together, toes apart. We're going to breathe in as we expand out of this baby ball position. Front of the hips stretching. And then exhale as you condense the front of the hip. Condense your belly too. Curl in more. Breathe in to expand. And breathe out. Not just the front of the hip condensing, your belly's condensing. You're coming into a deeper curl. Breathing in. Breathing out. Your lungs, the cells of your lungs expand as you take air in. And the cells of your lungs condense as the air evacuates. Your lung gets thicker. Lower your head down. Take just a moment here. Feel how your stomach wants to unfurl after all that condensing. We're going to go into another movement, a single leg. So our legs are parallel. Elbows are wide. We've got our heart open here like we did last week. Take a breath in. And as you exhale and condense your armpit by lifting your elbow, do you notice your heart sink back? And then open your elbow, expand your armpit, your heart lifts. Exhale, condense the underarm as the elbow lifts and then bend forward. The heart is still sinking back. It's part of this condensing that's happening in our front body. Inhale, expand the right leg. Pause here. Look at your two hip fronts. Can you condense the left hip and feel how that expands the right more? And then I want you to switch in the air. At the end of your movement, hang out and condense the right hip by creasing deeper to expand the left, which is not the same as expanding your kneecap. Sometimes we just try to lock our kneecap a little more. Take your mind's eye up here. It's smaller. And I'd almost say, try to do this without 100% straightening the knee. Then you know you're expanding in the hip. Leave your knee like a micro bend. Are you just expanding? Can you condense as well? Opposite leg pulling in like a slingshot or a seesaw. Opposite action. And then lower down, stretch out your arms and legs, feel your belly unfurl. Legs are together, curl up, roll up, breathing in and out. All the way forward. Now, roll-ups are something you're still working on. That's about a lot of us, okay? They're not an easy exercise. Put your hands down, put your elbows down, lower down. And when you come up, keep your elbows down, then press your hands, and then lift the arms like a wing span, big stroke forward. Rolling up and down is no problem, then go for it. But I'd rather see you take the assist than try to force up without it. Do you feel how when you go forward, your belly condenses and your back expands? Can you make sure you feel both of those? And how does that change your range of motion? On the way up, condensing the belly, expand the back, expand the rib cage, expand the shoulders. And then on the way down, you've got to expand the front of the hip and the belly. Forget about your head and arms. Expand the front of the hip, expand the belly, stretch it out to lay down. Try it one more time. Right? All those other things are happening. It just where's our attention? Lengthen the hip, expand the belly tissue all the way down. And then when you get up this next time, you're going to stay up. I've been teaching class this week with a bolster. And so I would recommend you have a bolster. If your forward stretch is about here, if you're not able to really roll down, just get up on a pillow because you're going to help yourself gain some flexibility. A cushion, a pillow, a folded towel, a folded blanket, give yourself some height so you can go forward. Okay. Don't want your hip flexors feisting. I don't want your quads gripping. Any of that's happening. That's a good indication to prop up. Okay. You know, people never want to take the prop. So sometimes I do it. So then you will, but yeah, I see some people propping. I'm very happy about that. Okay. Put your hands down on the ground and you're going to stretch forward to like your 75% range. Stay there a moment. I want you to look at your ankles, pick one. And you're going to expand the back of your ankle. Okay. So that's a flexed foot. Notice how thin your Achilles tendon gets. And then you're going to point your foot, which is the same as condensing the back ankle. Now your Achilles tendon is fat. Expand it. Condense it. Now, can we think of the top of the foot right now? Since our ankle is condensed and back, the whole top of the foot is expanded all the way out to our toenail. Now, I want you to condense the whole top of the foot and then notice how that might change the expansion of the ankle. And then we expand the whole top of the foot all the way out to the toenail to condense the back of the ankle. Expand the ankle to condense. And then condense the back of the ankle to expand. Stay here for a moment. Notice one more thing. So here we are. We've got a completely expanded top of foot. How about your arch? Could you condense your arch a little more? Could you thicken it up just a bit? And then we're going to expand that arch by flexing the foot and expanding the ankle. Walk your hands up to sitting. Right arm comes up, expand your side. And then condense your back to bring the arm behind you. Left arm comes up, expand your side, condense your back. And as much as you've condensed your back, you can feel your expansion in front. Walk on your hands. Walk, walk, walk. Just like when we had our hands on the wall, we're trying to bring our arms into our back. Our armpit gets real thin back there, real tight. And then let's see if we can allow our shoulder blades to condense a little more towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Let's expand the sternum, the front of the shoulders and the chest. We feel our back condense even more. Then we're going to come onto our fingertips. Lift the left arm up and then expand your whole back to bring yourself down. Right arm comes up, expand your whole back. Take it with you to come down. Maybe you're further than you were last time. Deep breath in, feel the expansion of that air all the way into your inner thighs. Exhale, allow your body to condense deeper into this stretch. Walk your hands back towards your feet, or towards your seat, we'll say. Now we're going to bring both arms up. We've expanded both of our armpits here. We can start to feel our upper back shoulder condensing. And then I want you to rainbow the arms back to really try to condense your upper shoulder more. Hands to the ground, heart expanded, sternum expanded. Eyes are 2 o'clock, not 12 o'clock. Let's try 2 o'clock. Stay here a moment, bend your elbows a little bit. All right, and then as you lengthen your elbows, as you expand your elbows, expand your heart, expand the front of your shoulders, condense your back. Again, you're gonna bend. We're gonna expand the front, condense the back. This time we'll lift the right arm up. Let that right arm expand your whole back to come down. Left arm comes up and over, like a giant swimming stroke, and then we're down. Stay here in your stretch for another moment. Take a deep breath in. The lungs expand, the pelvic floor expands, the inner thighs expand. Exhale, we sink a little deeper. And then we come on up. Bring the legs together and let's just shake them out. Okay, roll out your shoulders a little bit here. The next move we're gonna do is for the expansion and condensing of our tight front shoulder. I'm just going to show you on the doll. Okay, so here is where we are a little tighter, and then back here is where we're usually just a little thicker, just hanging out. So when we do the saw, we're going to pull our arm back, and we're going to be focused on expanding the front and condensing this back. Okay, so that is our goal. Our goal is not to see if we can get this wrist to move and whatever happens. Our goal is to move from this joint, and then because of that, oh, the hand floats. All right, so let's try that. You're still on your platform. If you were using one, if that exercise got feisty in your legs, please get a platform now. All right, arms out to T. Right thumb is down, left thumb is up. We're going to turn to the right until you feel a little stuck. Now, your right arm behind you, I want you to condense that armpit by moving that arm. Then you dive. Stay here a moment. Can you feel the front of your right shoulder? Could you expand it more to condense the back more? Come on up. Let's go to the other side. Now your left thumb goes down. Your right thumb is up. We turn until we get a little stuck. Then we condense the back of our left armpit. Your palm will flip up when you do that. There's a spiral that happens. Then we dive. So now you're ready to get 20 bucks into that back hand. Come on up. Back to T. Right thumb goes down, left thumb goes up. We'll twist, we'll condense, that palm will flip as we dive. Do you feel some expansion through the side of your right neck? Can you feel that as well? Reach your shoulder away. Come on up, other side. Now your left thumb is down as you dive to the right. Is your left neck condensed? Can you condense the back of your left shoulder instead and expand that neck? Come on up, let's twist. Just move with it now. You know the details. Figure out some of them as you flow. Might have accidentally shown you my low back butterfly tattoo. I don't like to get out as I realized maybe it's covered. Pretty low. It was a 90s low back tattoo, so there were lower pants then. One more each side. And then we're going to rest down, roll out your shoulders, and then bring the legs together and just shake it out. Onto the belly. Lay on your belly. Okay, we keep doing this shape in different relationships to gravity. So here we are. I think this is the hardest time to condense the arms into the body, to condense the blades into your spine, but we're going to go for it. So the arms come up, and then we look forward. Now the arms are probably just sort of out there. I want you to make an effort to condense both arms and expand your sternum, your rib cage, your heart, your shoulders. Turn your head to the other direction and then lower your body down. Okay, arms come up. They love coming up wide. Take a breath. Exhale, condense. Take a breath. Inhale, your heart expands. Turn to the other side, lower down. Take a second, wiggle your butt if it got real grippy. Again, we're gonna lift the arms. We're gonna lift our chest and condense the arms. Inhale, expand the front of the heart, expand your rib cage. Let's feel more of the shoulder blade coming in towards the spine because the armpits are sealing and condensing. Turn. Hopefully that got you breathing heavy. It's a lot of work. Again, you come up. Your back together. Open your front. Turn your head lower down. Let's do one more each side just in flow. We're up. Turn, we're down. We're up. Turn, we're down. Place your hands under your shoulders. Let's take a child's pose. Let your arms go forward. Feel the expansion through the triceps after all that work you had to keep those arms close to your body. Feel the expansion in your low back as you breathe in. Feel that breath expand into your underarms. And then we're going to come to our backs. Lay down on our back. All right, hands down by your sides. Feet are, just watch that your feet aren't like right up at your butt. You want to have them just a little past your knee joint. Okay, just a little. If you can't touch them with your hands. All right, before we do anything, I want you just to feel what it feels like to allow your shoulders to expand without even lifting your body. Do you feel how you have to condense your triceps into the floor in order to feel that little extra width through the chest? And then relax that position. And you notice your shoulder blades will naturally roll in just a little. That's a pretty natural way to hang out. Again, we're gonna expand the shoulder to condense the back. And then we're going to relax that. We're going to feel our shoulders bow a little. That's not a problem, okay? You don't have to worry about having your shoulders back all the time. Don't obsess about that, okay? Just work out and do it when you're cued. All right, now your hands touch your butt a little, okay? I want you to feel where your butt cheek ends and where your thigh begins. There's a little creasy, like a panty line spot. We'll call that your thut. And I want you to slowly roll up and feel how your thut gets thick thuts, okay? As you come up, that thut is condensing. Now stay here a moment. You might think you're at your end range. However, touch the front of your hips. Could you expand the front a little more so your thut could condense a little more? Stay there for a moment, take a breath. And then as you release back to the floor, your thigh butt space expands. Right? You feel that softening, that rearrangement. Okay, now you'll keep your hands on the ground and I want you just to notice that it's happening as you roll up your hips. It's not that you're pushing your belly up, it's that you're thickening your thut and you're opening up the front of the hip. You might even feel like your thigh bones are getting a back bend. Pause here. Your hip fronts are expanded, your thut is condensed. Can you condense the back of your arms and expand the front of your chest by reaching into the floor a little more? Take a deep breath in here. Exhale. Allow that upper back to soften and expand. Allow your thut to start to expand as the front of the hip condenses a little to bring you to the ground. Again, let's use the condensing of the arms and the thut to expand the shoulders and the hip. Exhale as you come down. Okay, we're going to do one trickier move. And if you don't want to do a one-legged move, you could continue with a couple more of those bridges. So maybe move your left foot slightly center. You're going to reach your right foot straight up or bend it, whatever's available to you. We're going to come up. Okay, and if you're bent, you can still do this. It's just a smaller move. We're going to expand the front of the hip to bring the leg down. We can feel our thut getting thick. We're going to flex back up, thickening the front of our hip, expanding the thut. One more, we go down, expand the front, thicken the back, we come up, thicken the front, expand the back, lower down. Put your foot down. So if you're in a bent knee, you're just doing it this way, right? And it's still happening. Left leg comes up. I'm flexing, by the way, to give me more expansion through the back of the leg. So my foot is flexed. You can feel it expands the arch of the foot, the Achilles tendon, the calf, the thigh, and then we come up. Okay, use your triceps here. We're gonna point the toe. We're gonna thicken the back as we expand the front. We're gonna flex to thicken the front and expand the back. One more. Feel that exchange. And then we lower back down. Let's give our legs a little condensing in front, and let's expand our back here. Take a breath, roll to your side. We're gonna come up to kneeling to finish in a twist, combining like everything. All right, so we're upright kneeling. Two options for the feet. I like a flat foot, although to keep your foot down, you gotta use your hamstring. You could also tuck your toes, however, that makes for a pointier knee. So you decide what your knee is like. Okay, let's find our beautiful expanded chest and condensed back. Now, one detail, don't look behind you. I don't want your chin feeling expanded too much. Look at 1 o'clock, okay? And then you're gonna dive down and you're gonna reach the arm through, threading the needle. Stay here for a moment. Expand your back more and condense that arm up into your pec a little more, right? So instead of being here, we're condensing up. Come up into your expansion in front. Don't look up, look at 1 o'clock. And then we're gonna expand the back and condense that armpit. Lift it up into the pec. Your hand will lift as a result. Come on up. Feel that exchange between front and back. Feel that exchange between front and back as you twist. All right, we're not throwing the body into endpoints. We're seeing if we can build this pulley relationship through the movement. One more each side. Okay, last one. I'll offer a trick if you want it. So you can either go into child's pose after this one, or if you're a yogi lover, you can reach back for your feet into a camel stretch. And now you do look up at 12 o'clock. The most expanded heart you can have, the most condensed back. And then to come out of this pose, you can either look forward and just sit down, blink, okay? Or you can bring yourself back up if you feel strong enough. Okay, that's it for this morning. Wonderful work today. Keep opening that front up and condensing that back. Feels so good.